Hare Krishna. Om Agyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasme Sri Guruve Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namane Prabhupada Sahityam Ye Prakasha Vitirya Cha Pracharam Katvan Sadho Bhagavad Padayate Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Sarsate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarne Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktabandha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So my topic of the presentation is pure devotional service. Why I have chosen this particular topic is that there are many devotees in the ISKCON by the grace of Srila Prabhupada and our acharyas, but number of pure devotees are less. So therefore, I felt the need to focus on this particular aspect, pure devotional service. I have taken from the 9th canto, that is the Liberation, chapter 4, that is from there I have taken where the Maharaj Amrish has got a discussion and interaction with the Rasamuni, and verses from 18, 19, and 20. So to go ahead, I will first have today is 21st December 2025. So I have taken the quote from Srila Prabhupada of today, that is from the lecture at Los Angeles, December 21, 1968. Srila Prabhupada says, this Krishna consciousness movement is for approaching Radha Krishna, to be associated with Supreme Lord in his sublime pleasure dance, Ras dance. This is the aim of Krishna consciousness. So this is the pure devotional service. There is some problem is that I have to change the view because can you stop Mataji sharing?
Prabhuji, there is a minimize button on the screen on the photo you are seeing of the devotees. Then that screen will go down and you will see your slide nicely.
Again, there is a problem. I'm not able to see. Slide is not able. Slide is not coming properly. How do I go? So it's the 21st of December 2025. Also, there is the what my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj say, through the medium of book distribution, Prabhupada is preaching and waking up so many conditioned souls. So now I'm coming to my verses, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, 4th chapter, verse number 18 and 19 and 20. So it's Save man Krishna padar vindyor vachansi vaikunth gunanu vanane karo harer mandir madhanadishu shutim chakara chut satkato daye. Here the important word is achut. So we will discuss it later on. Now the next verse is Mukundalingalaya darshane dasho tadvratyagat sparshe anga sangamam ganam chatat pada saroja sorbe Srimat Tulsi Rasnam Tadarpite. So in this verse, the Bratyagat sparshe is important word and we will discuss it later on. And the next verse and the last verse is Pado Hare Shet Padarnu Sarpane Shiro Rishikes Padabi Vandane Kamam Chadasya Natu Kama Kamaya Yatotam Shloke Janashya Rati. So in this verse again, the word Rishikesh is important. Kamam Chadasya is also again important, and Natu Kama Kamaya. So Kama means sense gratification. Cha means also, and Dasya means servant. So Amrish Maharaj was he want to serve the Lord. He was and Netu Kama Kamaya. He was not the servant of his senses. So he was serving his senses for the satisfaction of the Lord. So now coming to the translation. Maharaj Amrish always engaged his mind in meditating upon the lotus feet of Krishna, his words in describing the glories of the Lord, his hands in cleansing the Lord's temple, his ears in hearing the words spoken by Krishna or about Krishna. He engaged his eyes in seeing the deity of Krishna, Krishna's temples, and Krishna's places like Mathura and Vrindavan. He engaged his senses of touch in touching the bodies of the Lord devotees. He engaged his senses of the smell and smelling the fragrance of Tulsi offered to the Lord, and he engaged his tongue in tasting the Lord's prasada. He engaged his legs in walking to the holy places and temples of Lord. He had his head in bowing down before the Lord, and all his desires in serving the Lord 24 hours a day. Indeed, Amrish never desired anything for his own sense gratification. He engaged all his senses in devotional service. In various engagements related to the Lord, this is the way to increase attachment to the Lord and be completely free from all material desire. So now let us see what His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada says in the purport. Srila Prabhupada has primarily focused on Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse number 1, Maya Sakta Mana Partha. This indicates that one must execute devotional service under the guidance of the devotee or directly under the guidance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not possible, however, to train oneself without guidance from a spiritual master. Therefore, according to the instructions of Srila Rupa Goswami, the first business of a devotee is to accept a bona fide spiritual master who can train him to engage his various senses in rendering transcendental service to the Lord. Continuing with the same verse, Asamagam mam yata gyasasi tashunu. In other words, if one wants to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead and completeness, one must follow the prescriptions given by Krishna by following the footsteps of Maharaj Amrish. It is said, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Vachyate. Bhakti means to engage the senses in the service of the master of senses, Krishna, who is called Rishikesh or Achyuta. These words are used in these verses In verse number 18, it has been said, Shutim Chakara Chut Sat Kathodaya. And verse number 20, Shiro Rishikesh Padabi Vandanam. The words Achut or Rishikesh are used in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna Katha spoken directly by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is also Krishna Katha because everything described in Bhagavad Gita is in relationship with Krishna. So as we were discussing about the pure devotional service, so we will first discuss about the definition of pure devotional service. It has been described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, first chapter, verse number 11. Anna abhirashata shunyam gyan karmadhyanavartam anukulen krishnanushilanam bhakti ruttama. When first class devotional service develops, one must divide of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy, and fruitive action. The devotees must constantly serve Krishna fervently as Krishna desires. We are called Rupanuga. Because the pure devotional service has been defined by Srila Rupa Goswami. Whole of the ISKCON is following the Rupa Goswami. We are all Rupanuga, and whole ISKCON should develop the pure devotional service, following the footsteps of Maharaj Amrish. So, when we see chapter 4, the father of Maharaj Amrish is Nabhag, and Nabhag's father was Nabhag. Nabhag has taken his knowledge from his spiritual master, and when he returned to home, their brothers thought that Nabhag will not come back because he was living with his spiritual master for a long time. He will not become grust. So when he came back and he asked to his brothers, what share you have given to me? Nabhag's brothers has said that we had given your father as your property. Then Nabhag has gone to his father and asked, my brother has given you as my share of my property. His father said, I am not your property. Go to great sages who are doing the sacrifice, and they will forget on the sixth day their way of sacrifice. So tell them about shlokas from. Then Nabhag went over there and he had helped them, and sages when returned to the high planetary system, they had given all the sacrifices to the Nabhag. Then there, Lord, some person from the north has come over there, and he said, this whole sacrifice belongs to me. In that response, there was some confusion about to whom the sacrifice belonged to. Then that person has said, let us go and ask to your father Nabhag. Nabhag has said that whole sacrifice belongs to the Lord Shiva, because this Daksha Yajna was given as sacrifice to the Lord Shiva. So then Nabhag has said that this sacrifice belongs to you. Now I beg my mercy upon you. I bow down upon you and beg my mercy. Then Lord Shiva said that you are telling the truth. So your father, so I give you all these things. I will explain you the transcendental knowledge, and then he had given all these things sacrifice to the Nabhag. So anyone who listens this pastime, he become purified, so that he can understand the pure devotional service because the son of Nabag is Maharaj Amrish. So Maharaj Amrish, we have already discussed 3 verses. So from here, I will start my own presentation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll discuss about the characteristics of pure devotional service, as we have said about the definitions of Rupa Goswami, Anukullian. It's Anya Abhilashata Shunyam, means no material desire. The devotee has got no material desire. There is constantness and unbroken flow of the devotion. The devotee remains in awareness of the Lord all the times, not just when performing formal rituals. We have seen that Maharaj Amrish's engagement is 24 hours a day. Then Gyan Karmadi Anavartam. That his knowledge is being not covered by monastic philosophy and he is not covered by the furtive activities. There is freedom from material identity and attachment. The devotee detaches from the material identification such as wealth, family, and position, and their corresponding attitudes. The Lord becomes their only treasure, and everything else is considered as dream or stone. As we can see in case of Maharaj Amrish. Maharaj Amrish was the king, very much opulent, and he had no attachment with his treasury, his family, wealth, and his position. Then his Anukulyana. So we have to serve the Lord in a favorable way. We have to always think the Lord in a favorable way. Though the Kans was also thinking about the Lord all the time, but he was not doing it Anukulyana. He was doing Pratikulyana. So Kans cannot be said to be having devotion at all. The motive of service is very clear. No desire for sense gratification or material gain. The devotee always say, how may I serve you? I met with my spiritual master, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj in Mayapur, along with my wife over there. And I did ask about my spiritual master, how may I serve you? And he has guided me regarding how I have to go ahead for my spiritual journey. Anukulyan. Motive is very clear. Then engagement of all limbs of the body, mind, and senses. It's not compartmentalized. In totality, the devotion is being practiced. Devotion is not partial or occasional, but continuous and integrated, not compartmentalized. So the next characteristic is Krishna Anushilanam. So one has to follow what Krishna says. And in exchange of that, Krishna also reciprocates. So reciprocity is one of the important aspects of the pure devotional service. The Lord personally reciprocates. Devotion is not a one-way street. The Lord himself becomes engaged with the devotee, protecting the devotee, and ultimately full intimacy in a living relationship. You see that when Maharaj Amrish was breaking his fast, then at that point of time, Durvasa Muni appeared on the scene as an uninvited guest. And then Maharaj Amrish told to Durvasa Muni, kindly take prasadam over here. Durvasa Muni gladly accepted the hospitality of the Maharaj Amrish. Then he said that let me complete my rituals. Brahman takes bath 3 times a day. So in the noon time, Durvasa Muni went to take bath in Yamuna river. Meanwhile, it was Ekadashi, the parent time was going to be over. Only one muhurt was left, half a moment was left. And at that time, by that time, Durvasa Muni has not come. Then Maharaj Amrish has asked to age other Brahmins, and he has taken water, and in that way, Maharaj Amrish has not offered the meal to the Durvasa Muni. Then Durvasa Muni has come, and he felt offended, and for that the Lord has sent the Sudarshan Chakra. The Lord said to Brahman that it has been described in 9th chapter, 4th verse number 68. Sadhu hridayam mayam sadhanam hridayam tvam mad anyat naita janati naham tebyo managapi. Then exclusive orientation towards the Supreme Lord. The Lord alone is the object, not other goods. Service to the Lord devotee. The devotees serve not only the Lord but also his devotees, recognizing that service to the devotee is part of service of the Lord. Maharaj Amrish touches the devotee, Prahlad Maharaj desiring to serve as a spiritual master. So Prahlad Maharaj, when was asked then by the Lord, in the same way, the Prahlad Maharaj said he wants to serve his spiritual master, Narad Muni. Then last is Bhaktir. It leads to culmination, the love or prema. The goal of pure devotional service is living service, prema, in the Lord's presence. The pure devotion itself is the goal. So pure devotion itself is the goal. So now I already discussed many aspects of Maharaj Amrish as an exemplar of pure service. Let us summarize once again that Maharaj Amrish's devotion was apratiyata, as has been described in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 6. Save mana save punsam paro dharma yato bhakti adoksha jay ayotik apatiyata yayatma supachadati. Then it ayatuki. Service is not for sense gratification. As I already discussed that kamam chadasya, he always thinks that he is a servant. Nato kam kamaya, he does not desire for sense gratification. Motivation is critical. Amrish's service is purely for the Lord without ulterior desire. The motive is, I am your servant, I want only to serve you. I am the servant of the Lord and I want to serve the Lord and his devotees. Maya sakta mana partha, yogam yunjan madashara. The attachment to the Lord and his devotee. The Amrit Maharaj has got tad bhritya gat sparsha anga sangamam. Amrish touching the bodies of the Lord's servant, one who respects, touches, associates with the Lord, and serves the devotees is walking on the path of pure devotional service. Then Vairagyam. It is from first canto, second chapter, verse number 7. Liberation from all material desires. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yogan Prayutada Janati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ehitrikam. Then the next aspect is Mahasocha. The Lord response is assurance of protection. As we have discussed, the Lord has given Sudarshan Chakra to Maharaj Amrish. Sar Dharman Pratyaja Mam Ekam Sharam Am Tuamsa Papibhi Moksha Mahasocha. Then Anasaktecha Vishyan. Bhakti Sadhma Sindhu, first wave, second chapter, verse number 255. Anasakta Vishayan Yata Aram Upayanta Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyata. Then is practical implications how a seeker may apply these teachings. It's how the ISKCON devotees has to follow the pure devotional service. So it is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, third canto, 25th chapter, verse number 25, Satam Prasangan. We have to associate with the Lord's devotees. Satam Prasangam Mumvirya Samvido Bhavanti Ritkatan Rasayan Kata Tajoshnat Ashu Apvarga Vatmani Shada Rati Bhakti Anukamashati. Then Bhakti Chan Navlakshana. Prahlad Maharaj said to Lord Nrsimhadev about in the 7th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 23 and 24, Shavanam Kirtan Vishnu Smaranam. Also, Chan Navlakshana. Iti Punsar Pita Vishnu, Bhakti Chan Navlakshana, Kriyat Bhagavati Ada, Tan Manye Detam Uttamam. So one has to practice these 9 different processes of devotional service. Then is Rishikana Rishikesa Sevanam. It is from Srimad, it is from the Bhakti Rasama Sindhu, first wave, first chapter, verse number 12. Sarvapadi Vinodbhaktam Tat Pratayana Nirmalanam Rishikana Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Vachata. So we have to, one should offer something, however small, to the Lord, service in the temple, service to the Lord, offering food, cleaning the temple, helping the others. Maam Ekam Shanam. This thing I will explain in a bit detail. One, cultivate the inner attitude, I am a servant of the Lord and his devotees. What is that? 6 features of the Shanagati is there, has been discussed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila. Anukulen Sankalpa, Partikulasya Vajanam, Rakshishya iti Viswaso, Gotartave Varnam Tata, Atma Nikshepa, Karpanaya, Sat Vida Shanagati. So these are 6 aspects of Shanagati. What are these? Translation goes like this. 6 divisions of surrender are acceptance of those things favorable to the devotional service. This I will discuss in the next slide also. Rejection of the unfavorable things also in the next slide. The conviction that Krishna will give protection, acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master, full self-surrender and humility. So one is nectar of devotion, the second and third verses. Atyahara Paryasacha Prajalpa. So one has to reject all these things in order to get the pure devotional service. Prajalpa Nimagara Jansangya Lolyamcha Shabhi Bhakti Vinanishati. And also how positive things, what one has to accept. Ustad Nischa Dharya Tatat Kam Parmanat Sang Tyaga Soto Varte Shabhi Bhakti Vinashati. Shabhi Bhakti Prachadate. Nectar of instruction, verse number 3. Then continuing with the practical implications, It is Tanadapi Sunichena, Siksa Ashtkam. So one has to be as humble as the straw in the street, and one has to be as tolerant as the tree. Tanadapi Sunichena, Tarodapi Sashnona. Then only one can do devotional service 24 hours. The devotee honors his guru, honors the Lord's devotees, touches them, and speaks them respectfully of them. Then next way is Mam Anusmana. Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Asmana Yuddhacha Mairipeta Manor Buddhi. So this is the way one has to do pure devotional service 24 hours. Fixing the mind on Lord continuously, awareness of the Lord, even while performing the normal duties, the full engagement becomes natural. Then it Tushanti Cha Ramanti Cha. The pure devotees, as has been described in the second verse of the Chatushuloki Gita, 10th, 10th chapter, verse number 9. Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhiyanta Parasparam Katanta Mamnityam Tushanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So these pure devotees, they always keep Lord in their heart. They make aware about the devotion and Lord to each other, and they always talk about the Lord 24 hours, and in this way only they are satisfied and they take pleasure in these things. So these are the 7 points under which uh, all the ISKCON devotees should follow these things in order to get the pure devotional service. Now, final takeover, I will say. Pure devotional service is both means and the end of spiritual realization. Pure devotional service is the way by which we can get a pure devotional service. So pure devotional service is all in all. The ultimate goal of human life is not material enjoyment or liberation, but pure love of God or Shuddha Bhakti. This love is awakened through practice of pure devotional service, which is both the means and end of the spiritual realization. Then every activity can become pure devotional service. Right from managing the temples to cooking, teaching, farming can become pure devotional service when done for the Krishna's pleasure. Motive is very important. Then is Srila Prabhupada says that the true United Nation of organization is that ISKCON. Sar Upade Vinod Bhaktan Tat Pratevana Nirmalam. So we have to overcome all designations. You have to overcome the sectarianism. The pure devotional service transcends the sectarianism and unites all beings. Pure devotional service represents a holistic view of spiritual life, one that transcends sectarianism and unites all beings and love of the spirit, love for the Supreme Lord. And the whole of the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is full of the pure devotional service. This is the timeless message for that the pure love of God is the ultimate perfection of life. Now, I will say that the episode of Amrish Maharaj and Rasamani. one who hears this pastime of Amrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni has fled to protect himself from the Sudarshan Chakra because he had offended the Amrish Maharaj. The Lord has sent Sudarshan Chakra. He killed, the Sudarshan Chakra killed the demons created by the Durvasa Muni. Then, because offending the pure devotee,
35 minutes over.
That Sudarshan Chakra was following the Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni went to various places, like in the Sumeru mountain, the cave of Sumeru mountain, and the water. Everywhere he fled. But the Sudarshan Chakra was coming after that. He was touching to the back. Then he moved more swiftly and he went to Lord Brahma. He said, Lord Brahma, kindly protect me from this Sudarshan. Lord Brahma said that we all are working under the direction of the Supreme Lord. So we cannot help it. So the Rasamuni then went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also said that better you go to the Lord, Supreme Lord. Then Durasamuni went to Vishnu. Then Vishnu said that, then Durasamuni said to Lord that, my Lord, kindly protect me. I had offended your pure devotee. So then Supreme Lord said that I am not independent. I am being dependent on my pure devotees because my pure devotees, they are always doing my devotional service. They are not caring for material desire. So for your benefit, go to Amrish Maharaj and he can only help you. So Amrish Maharaj has, then Durvasa Muni has come and beg pardon to Amrish Maharaj. Amrish Maharaj has pardoned him, and this is the pastime of the Amrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. Whosoever listens this particular pastimes is being endowed with the pure devotional service. Hare Krishna. So may I ask devotees to kindly ask the questions for benefit of my purification. Hare Krishna.
So can I ask?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please.
You were talking about devotional service and instruction from your spiritual master. So, how do you follow that, and how successful were you in your life with that?
Mataji, I am 68 years of age. Ideally, I should have been in Vanprasth going towards the sannyas for pure devotional service. I started my devotion at the age of 54 years. I'm already late. So I was always in fix how to go for devotion service. And first meeting of my spiritual master, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, had instructed me to do the pure devotional service. So always I think about pure devotional service. I asked at Mayapur about his instructions, how I should go ahead for devotion. My spiritual Maharaj has said at that time in Mayapur that ask my wife not to do the abortions. My wife is a gynecologist, and he instructed that he should either leave the job or not do the abortion. Second part, I was concerned about the marriage of my daughter. My daughter is 24 years of age now. I am concerned with her marriage, my spiritual master has asked that let her complete her education. So by the grace of my spiritual master, she is doing wonderful in her education. And he then next day also I went to my spiritual master. I asked him, please tell me how can I serve you? Then he said to me, do whatever you are doing it. So it empowered me that you do the pure devotion service, follow the sadhu, shastra, and guru. So in this way, I am being bit relieved. I think, Mataji, I have answered your question.
Thank you, Prabhu. Others, do you have question? Please unmute and ask. Prabhu, there are no questions. You can conclude.
Mataji, the whole crux of the pure devotion is that detachment. We cannot have got the full detachment. We are living beings. We are not stone. We cannot be detached. So detachment has to be attached somewhere. So if we detach from the world and attach to the Lord's lotus feet, then we are in the process of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna Mataji.